got time to fill. They've created a game called Mashflix and Chill. The same two fools with a bit of a twist. With each new mash, a new guest they enlist. It started as hybrids, a game from Carl's mind. Thinking about what if two movies combined? We could stitch them together in pyramid style, or a filmily tree. Said sigh with a smile. We still do the scale, all 5 points we've got, and unveil the ale. Only Carl drinks the lot. A man called Adam said, hey, this looks good. So we made it a podcast as quick as we could.
Hello and welcome to Movie the Needle. I'm Simon, and as usual, I'm joined by my good friend Carl. And our Mashflix and Chill episode today, we are rejoined by the man who helped start it all, our first Mashflix guest, who becomes our first repeat guest for Movies You Forgot. It's Adam Richmondo.
Mashflix and Chill, it's time for the start. Still just two idiots trying to sound smart. Mashflix and Chill, only mildly offensive, but podcast equipment should be more expensive.
That's right. It's Adam Richmondo, or Adam Richmond, in case
Adam Richmond, if you prefer.
Some people are confused by that.
You generally worried the people who have just started listening to your podcast in the last few months will think that is your name, or is that?
Well, that's what my co-host Joe, he got in my head about that. And so then now it's an extra funny, silly thing I can say. And I do now.
Yeah.
My intros get longer and longer.
But welcome back, Adam. Thank you for coming back. And hello, Carl. I always have to say hello to Carl because I realize he doesn't talk for the first 5 minutes otherwise.
Hello.
There we go. We're done.
I'm sorry. I feel like I should have had something better there, but that's why you don't talk to me for the first 5 minutes.
So, Adam, it's been about 9 months since you were last on the pod, at least face to face, although you did feature on both our Christmas and Oscar episodes with your voice clips. What's new? What's going on? How are you?
Well, it's just, same old, ticking over, watching movies, recording podcasts about movies. What else? Nothing really. Work is shite. My daughter's about to go to secondary school in September, which is
mine's
quite
ours too.
Yeah, same.
So yeah, time's flying. And other than that, I moved house. Yeah, what about you guys? How's things ticking over?
Well, yeah, the eldest going to secondary school. Is that your eldest?
Yeah, she's my eldest.
Yeah,
so yeah,
okay. So we're all dealing with the same level of parenthood of like, Christ, they're growing up. Oh my God, what's going on at that stage? So
yeah,
very scary. Yeah,
yeah. I'm just pretending it's not happening.
No, yeah, that's denial is the way forward. I think for sure. We've been enjoying the bits of stand up that we've been seeing, Adam, across the Instagram. How are you finding the stand up?
Oh yeah, that's right. I have been doing some stand up.
I'll fill you in. It's fine. I'll let you know what you're doing.
I forgot. I've tried to do. I started it. What was it? The end of 2024, and only maybe manage to do 5 or 6 across 2025, and then I've tried to ramp it up a bit this year, and I might be in double figures in terms of how many open mics I've done. And it's good. It's fun. I've honed in on it's like dad material, absent dad, and I feel like I found my voice, and it's quite amusing. Yeah. It's fun to do. It's quite a ball ache having to find nights, and you've always got to bring someone along with you. It's good. It's keeps me busy.
Discord channel as well that you've got for your podcast must be keeping you busy as well. That must be like another little semi-professional job that you've got to keep going.
Well, yeah, that's quite. Yeah, we do have a Discord channel, and you can find the link on our podcast show notes.
Isn't he getting good at this hosting lark, Simon? Isn't he getting good at it?
It's basically like our own personal message board with a. I think we've got maybe. Have we got 200 people on there now?
You've got over 200, yeah.
Yeah, which is quite nice. And then it just every now and again, I try to go on there every day, and then there'll be a little mini chat in one of our little channels, and it's quite nice. I don't know. That's really bad. I haven't sold it very well. It's quite nice.
It's fun. I do mostly a lot of lurking myself. I did. I think my only real notable contribution to date was to blow people's minds that Drive has been rescored.
That blew my mind. I didn't know that.
You also got involved, Carl, in the live chat.
Yeah, I was just going to mention you did like a little live show as well in there that was very funny.
That was a good laugh, and it will have happened by the time this episode goes out. But we've got another live show this Saturday. That's in the future now, but will be in the past.
But there will be another one, I'm sure, in the future.
Well, let's see how the next one goes. Yeah. It's going to be a Top Trumps.
I know. I read that, and I was so excited.
It should be fun, and also because I'm going to marshal everything. It'll be Joe, my co-host, versus the people, and so I've got a nice little selection of 50 or so actors. I've got them all scored.
Colin been helping you.
Invented Top Trumps as well.
I'd never heard of it before.
Well, I'm just amazed no one had come up with it before. It just seems such like a brilliant idea. You'd imagine that was already taken, but no. Fair play. Kudos to you.
Yeah, going to take it to the big boys. They'll snap it up.
But anyway, we are delighted to have you back, Adam, and you have brought us a new mashup to discuss today. But before we get to that, we do have the important thing of unveiling the ale. So, Carl, please do unveil the ale.
I am still taking this seriously, and although we have had this beer before on the podcast, it is a beer that is rooted in the West Coast of America. It is bitter. It is strong. It is Vocation Brewery's Life and Death Classic IPA at 6.5%. I have got one for us all. The distance, obviously, still an issue, so I will drink them and let you know how they taste. Thank you very much, gents.
Thank you. Thank you, as always. I do actually have two of those in my fridge, so fuck you. I'm going to go get one.
Yeah, you could we could have a shared experience.
What are you drinking, Adam?
Cruz Campo. I had a small Birra Moretti around 5 o'clock when I was giving my kids tea. And I needed it. I needed that then. And now I've got a big boy. I've got 2 Cruz Campos and a spare in the fridge in case this runs for a couple of hours.
It definitely will. So we will need a beer break to go fetch those. I am on the Peretti can. And I might move on to Life and Death after that one is done. All right, so the mashup. Let's get to the mashup that you have brought forward today, Adam. So you have brought John Huston's 1941 seminal film noir starring Humphrey Bogart, The Maltese Falcon. And you have crossed that with Dick Donner's 1989 cop drama action sequel with Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, Lethal Weapon 2, which, of course, makes Tony Scott's 1991 buddy cop conspiracy thriller starring Bruce Willis, written by Shane Black, The Last Boy Scout. So let's go around the room and give our initial thoughts on the movies being mashed. First of all, where it sits on our simple 5-point scale and what our initial thoughts were on how it would fit in to the resultant film. But for those who are listening for the first time, what is our simple 5-point scale, you may ask? Well, it is very much not how good the film is, just how much you like it. And you either really like it, you're ambivalent, you don't like it, or you really don't like it. And let's start off with The Maltese Falcon. And for those who are not familiar, a little summary from Letterboxd. where a private detective, Humphrey Bogart, takes on a case that involves him with 3 eccentric criminals, a beautiful liar, questionable, and their quest for a priceless statuette.
Did you just
right out of the blocks?
Right there. Pickford is black. She hasn't got it.
No,
amazing.
When it calls out the beautiful thing, it's like
she's not Lauren Bacall.
No,
no. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. She really drags the picture down.
So we're going to start with Carl. So Carl, where is it on the simple 5-point scale for you? Why and how did you think it fit into the mashup?
Okay, I like the Maltese Falcon. I have 2 problems that hold it back from being something I could really like. The first is a bit of a general problem I have with Humphrey Bogart. I like my Humphrey Bogart to be down and dirty. I don't like it when he's romancing the ladies. Although I will say this, we did an episode on Casablanca, and I was wrong on that one. It works in that film. He's very good at that. But I could do without the lady killing thing. It definitely doesn't work here, which might not all be his fault. But it does rather undercut the ending of all we've got is maybe you love me and maybe I love you. And I'm sort of watching it going, you don't know, do you? You know if you love me. Yeah, he doesn't love, actually. So, and the second problem is with it, which I think is a problem it shares for different reasons. I think it shares with The Last Boy Scout, is how the plot moves. Like in the Maltese Falcon, it's a little bit clunky, right? It's really, really in your face. It's very much like this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens, and there's no downtime at all. And it's all big stuff. Like you don't have any time to sit with anything and examine people's intentions to take stock. And you can work it out because it's not the most impenetrable plot ever. Have either of you seen The Big Sleep?
No.
Yeah, but I can't remember a thing about it.
So The Big Sleep is like this, where it's like very, very pow, 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 pow. Only the plot is much more convoluted. I've still no idea. It's a really good film. It's really enjoyable, but I've still no idea really what's going on in there. So you can work that out in the Maltese Falcon, but there's like, it might be one of those rare films that could actually benefit from being a little bit longer. But yeah, romancing aside, Bogart is brilliant in this.
Could you see past his bad breath this time? You were saying with his crooked teeth, he clearly has. You can always smell his halitosis.
Oh, I bet his breath stinks. I bet he absolutely hums. But no, he's so relentless and uncompromising in this. I really like that side of him, and he's at the absolute peak of his powers here. Peter Lorre is great. Peter Lorre is just such a shifty fucker. And I really, really enjoyed Sydney Greenstreet as well. Really adding some colour to proceedings. In terms of the MASH, this is where Last Boy Scout gets its noir DNA, of course. The film that arguably started it all. Not just in terms of some of the plot lines, but or the plot styling. But there's a fair slice of visual noir in there as well, Last Boy Scout, I thought. So, yeah, wisecracking, hard-boiled detective, the private investigator shagging the other private investigator's wife. A little bit of a thing there. And, a bit of a mystery plot that unfails. So, yeah, good stuff. Like it.
Good stuff. What about you, Adam? Where is it on the simple 5-point scale and why?
Yeah, very much agreeing with Carl. Like it. Yeah, Bogart, I was really enjoying what an arsehole he was from the get-go. Like when he finds out his partner is dead, he just doesn't give a shit. And then you find out he's banging his partner's wife. So I like the way he plays it throughout. The same reason to stopping me really liking it. Mary Pickford is rubbish as the femme fatale. You never buy. She's not a very good actress in this, and then you never buy. Humphrey Bogart keeps sort of saying, "Oh, you're great. You're a great liar, kid. You're a great liar." I'm like, no, what? No, I don't buy. I don't know who you are, what your deal is, what Bogart sees in you. So yeah, she does really drag it down, and given she's quite a key element of the film, that's quite a problem. And then the whole back end where everyone kind of finds out what's going on. It's this basically long, stagey sequence, and you do want them to wrap it up. But it's got enough going on in it, and it looks good. And the whole like hero shagging his mate's wife is very Last Boy Scout. All the noir stuff. I was glad that, because I couldn't really remember the Maltese Falcon when I pitched it, but I think it slots in nicely. It's definitely the noir DNA's there.
Yeah. So I'm a little lower than you guys. This was actually a first watch. It's one of those that I keep hearing referenced, and Carl's mentioned it a few times. And actually during different mashups, we've kind of tried to fit it in a couple of other places, not quite made the cut with it. So delighted that I got the opportunity to watch it. I do like people talking in rooms. Quite a fan of those kind of films, and sometimes ones that can feel quite stagey. I can get quite into. Does have the sharp dialogue, snappy, compelling central character as well. But like you, Ed, I'm not really a big fan of how that final act is really handled. Seems to drag quite a bit. And I'll admit I did have to actually rewatch this again because I got a little bit sleepy towards the end. And even though I did manage to watch another film after watching that film, so maybe I wasn't actually that sleepy, and maybe it was just a bit boring at the end. I don't know. But on rewatch, I did get a little bit sleepy on that final third again as well. So I don't know if that helps. But as a vehicle for Bogart, I think it's great. I think he is a standout. There's a lot to like here, but apparently not enough to take it over to a full like. I am on the ambivalent at the moment. Nothing more to add, I don't think, from what you guys have said. Noir elements. And then when I first saw Sam Spade, I think that ticked a lot of the boxes with that cynical, initially cynical central character, although he's a lot colder, I guess, in this than what the detective in The Last Boy Scout is. Let's move on to Lethal Weapon 2. So again, those not familiar, quick summary. Riggs, played by Mel Gibson, and Murtaugh, Danny Glover, are on the trail of South African diplomats using their immunity to engage in criminal activities, but this time with Joe Pesci in tow. All right, Carl, going to go to you again. Where is this on the simple 5-point scale for you, and why, and where does this second film fit in that mash?
First time watch for me, this.
Ooh.
Only ever seen the first one the whole way through. So obviously aware of this, but yeah, first time watch. I've got to say, I still like it, although it is a fair bit shitter than the first one. The plot is overblown to the point where it's fairly ridiculous. Hold that tight for the mash. The diplomatic immunity thing, by the way, is rubbish, right? Because at the start, you've got this plot device where they go, we can basically do what we want. And it's completely, disarming
do it in the accent.
To Riggs and Murtaugh, right? And then at the end, he does the thing, doesn't he? Where he goes, diplomatic immunity, right? And it's like, I think that ship sailed, mate. Like, what about your current surroundings tells you that if you wave your badge at this point, he's not going to shoot you? It's like, it's so weak. But obviously, it's a clumsy setup, so he can go, it's just been revoked. Of course. Of course, that's all it is. So yeah, a bit silly. Look, I do still like it because it passes my sort of proper movie test, in that, it's still shot on real streets with real people in the background and they're blowing shit up and all the rest of it. Mel Gibson, bears repeating what a horrible cunt he is, of course, but he's absolutely electric still again in this. He's at the peak of his powers. Joe Pesci annoys me in it. He's fine in the movie, but his existence is so obviously there to freshen the dynamic, because it's like, well, the awkward buddy cop thing is out of the box now. We did that in the first movie. We can't just do that again. What will we do? Oh, we'll just patch in this guy to just freshen that thing up a little bit. And he kind of hangs around the movie until he's not needed anymore, until they get to the final set piece and they just push him away. So he's fine, but stuff like that really annoys me. Like when you see the cogs turning of why he's in there. I do still think there's some good moments though. The bathroom scene, I think the bathroom scene's great. The moment between them, when they look in each other's eyes, other's eyes, and like nobody wants to say it. And he just goes, I know. Like, that's proper heart on sleeve stuff. That's proper 90s stuff. That absolutely love that. So, yeah, enough fun. It's silly. It's definitely worse than the first one, but I still enjoyed it. I still like it. The structural engine for Last Boy Scout is pretty much here. The buddy dynamic. The action is pretty outlandish. We get some pretty outlandish scenes in Last Boy Scout as well. Of course, the villain conspiracy at the heart of it.
Adam, what about you?
I watched this today, and I did not like this. I had fond memories of this. I mean, mainly probably revolving around Patsy Kensit, but and she isn't actually too bad. She doesn't embarrass herself acting wise for the tiny part that she's got. It is a lot shitter than the first,
Yes.
but more than that, like there's so much odd, bad stuff in it. Like, there's the whole apartheid thing, and then there's like references to we don't eat tuna anymore because of the dolphins. And then there's Myrtle's daughter's in a condom advert, and there's all this other there's little, like, it's a real like dad movie. There are jokes about like what dads think of, like, oh, you know, you can't eat tuna anymore, and my daughter's in a condom advert, and like and Riggs is obsessed with the Three Stooges and like really shit comedy, and they keep telling Joe Pesci to shut up, and the plot is just rubbish, and the action's not good enough. It's just pure 90s. It's a car chase, and I do appreciate it is a real movie, and they're shooting it on streets, and it's quite nice. And it does that bathroom sequence is both ludicrous, but then also there is this wonderful moment between the pair. But as I was watching it, I was just wishing I was watching the National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon spoof. Have you seen that?
A long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago, yeah.
Like, it chiefly takes from Lethal Weapon 2. The best bit is when Emilio Estevez as Riggs is he's coming to see his partner, Samuel L. Jackson, really good in it, and he thinks, oh, there's something going on with Samuel L. Jackson. He's in the house, and he kind of goes upstairs, kicks through the bathroom door, and he goes, "Oh, you all right? What's going on?" And Samuel L. Jackson's on the toilet. He goes, "I'm taking a shit."
Yeah.
And that's what I was like, I want to watch that. I don't want to watch Lethal Weapon 2. It's too long. And like Shane Black, he wrote the script for the first. It was his idea, and he's co-credited with the story for this. And his idea for Lethal Weapon 2 would be that Riggs dies, and then that's what turns Murtaugh into a lethal weapon, and then that'll be the hook. And of course, the studio, Joel Silver, they didn't want to do that because they smell a little franchise. It's a moneymaker, and so they just kind of just churn out the same sort of thing. That just would have been so much more interesting. And then you'd have Danny Glover as the hero, and the reason why no one's a lethal weapon in this movie. I mean, that's something of a dumb nitpick, but there is some good bits. But I was finding myself increasingly bored and annoyed that I suggested Lethal Weapon 2. I did it because you'd already done Lethal Weapon 1.
Lethal Weapon, the first one, yeah.
And I thought, yeah, this will be fun. Let's get back, and it's the buddies. Shane Black, his DNA is in this, and it's gonna flow nicely. And I think it still does flow really nicely into Last Boy Scout. But
you just wish you were watching Lethal Weapon.
It's interesting that you said that I didn't clock it was Joel Silver, because of course he's Last Boy Scout as well.
Yeah,
he is.
I think
More on
he'll
that.
come up. Yeah,
More on that to come. So I like this. I do like how from the get-go this is frantic and frenetic, a lot of fun. It knows what it is, I think, in that it is embracing much more than the first one, just the straight up action without trying to do anything clever. And it's leaning much more into that over the top action and a few inventive stunts and kills in there. similar to you, I like the toilet bomb. I think that's a really good set piece. The moment, the sort of character moment that they have there is great. I think Gibson and Glover's chemistry is still there. You really do believe that connection that does hold the film together. Pesci, I get your point, Carl. He is there to add that other element and dynamic, and it does actually prevent that central pair from getting stale. However, killing one of them would also have done that and actually probably made a better film, to Adam's point.
I think Pesci's in the third as well, right?
He is. He does come back.
Yeah, they dies there. I forgot to say, I do actually like Pesci in this. I think he's doing like little comic bits. You know, they fuck you at the drive-through, and his whole shtick.
Yeah,
but yeah, you do know that's why. Yeah, we can see the cogs whirring while they plopped him in.
Yeah, and I think although it is fun, it's a bit less interesting than the first one, and I really don't like how they linked the South Africans to Riggs's wife's killing. Like they've already killed his new lover, Patsy Kensit, with the nice boobies, and murdered half his cop team. You don't need to pile on the wife on there. Like, you've already pissed him off enough. You don't need another reason for him to become, as you know, the lethal weapon in this. Which, Adam's point, maybe he doesn't. It's more Murtaugh that does some of the killing at the end anyway. The writing and the dialogue are a lot less sharp than the first one, and maybe more than what I was expecting. But then I only read afterwards that Shane Black wasn't screenplay for this; he was only story. So that maybe explains that. There are still a few good one-liners, but they're very much more on the cheesy late 80s, early 90s side of things. So yeah, overall, I like it. It brings the LA location to the MASH, the buddy cop dynamic. It's action-packed, as The Last Boy Scout is as well. But yeah. One thing to admit, I do have a bit of a weakness for a hero dog as well in a film. So quite happy to see Sam, is it? I think Sam the dog, be warning them to get out of the beachfront trailer. Which, by the way, beachfront trailer, I'd live there.
Sam the dog is his full name, of course.
Sam the dog, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that beach trailer is only accessible by two really noisy helicopters.
Yes.
Because, like, you really want to announce your presence. And
there's a single road in. You could just come down that and they're trapped, but no, you come by helicopters.
He'd hear them on the shingles.
They've blown up every single other member of the team, but they're going to arrive with helicopters and machine gun them for Riggs. So many times it's just filled with these nonsense story decisions just because, like, it just works for the story and it'll be fun. It's like, oh, we can't actually kill Riggs. We've caught him. We can't shoot him in the head. What we'll do is we'll put him in a bag, and we would have also previously shown how he escaped this.
Yeah,
we'll drop him in the water.
Yes.
So what? You don't need to cover your tracks. We all know what you're doing. Just shoot him in the head.
All right, well, let's move on to our featured movie of today, which is The Last Boy Scout, as we deep dive into it. But before we get into that deep dive, we'll reveal our overall impressions, where it's on the simple 5-point scale. But first, a bit of a summary for those who've not seen it. I mean, go watch the film before you listen to us talk about it, for Christ's sake. Somewhere in Los Angeles, the city of broken dreams, a stripper is murdered. By the way, this Letterboxd summary is mental. Like, considering the first two were just like, oh yeah, stuff happens and the end. This one, somewhere in Los Angeles, the city of broken dreams, a stripper is murdered. Now, the private detective, played by Bruce Willis, she had hired, and her ex-footballer boyfriend, Damon Wayans, are going to find her murderer if they don't kill each other first. But the more they dig, the deeper they become enmeshed in a web of extortion, blackmail, and corrupt politics hidden beneath the surface of professional football. All right.
That's the Letterboxd. It pulls in some real shit.
Who writes them? That's why. Where does it come from?
It'd be AI, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, I'll kick things off with this. So I was quite excited to rewatch this because I had very little memory of the first time I'd watched this, apart from going, or I remember it being quite fun, and I remember it being quite good. The opening scene rang some loud bells with the football shootout bit. The pool scene, touch me again, I'll kill you part, I could remember, but beyond that, I didn't really remember much at all. So overall, I do like this. It is Bruce Willis in his prime, doing a slightly darker, noirer John McClane, which I think works for me. Shane Black's writing's good, but not his best, and it does have a decent number of memorable lines. You got Tony Scott bringing his usual high level of competence and skill to the action side of things, as you would expect. But at the heart of it, I think I got on quite well with the two leads and their dynamic and the evolving relationship. And even though it was very much right in the buddy cop pocket, I did kind of buy it. I can't really tell you why it's not a really like. There was just some things that just didn't really. There was this stuff that didn't really work for me. I couldn't really put my finger on it, but I'm sure it'll come out as we deep dive into it. Maybe it was Halle Berry's real boobs. I don't know. Maybe that was missing. Adam, over to you.
I like it, but I like it a lot less than I did. I mean, this. I remember getting this from Blockbuster when I think my late teens, and thought it was fantastic, and like those iconic moments, the pool scene, touch me again and I'll kill you. The whole opening sequence with Ain't Life a Bitch, it's a fantastic opening sequence. It's up there. It's up there in some. It's up. It's just so dark and violent and odd. Like how you don't really. There's the illusion of you sort of see who will be the baddie, but it's just a kind of it's a really striking way to start a movie. But rewatching it, it's been a many a year since I've rewatched it, and I've got it on DVD, so I just plopped it on. No big deal. It's a really ugly movie. I think not not to look at, but the stuff that's in it, and I think that's what stops it being a really like. Bruce Willis is fantastic. His relationship with Damon Wayans is really fun. Like it's kind of a drunk, horrible private detective teaming up with a former American footballer. Is like, oh yeah, you buy it. But Bruce Willis's relationship with his wife is horrible. His relationship with his daughter is horrible. Characters just tell each other to fuck off and shut the fuck up, like a lot. And sometimes it's funny and sometimes it's not. There's a horrible sequence where Damon Wayans has to stop another horrible athlete forcing a woman to give him a blowjob. And it just, there's some just really dumb stuff as well. Like there's a bit with a little hand puppet, which is a key moment. It's a fun bit, but you're just like, this is nonsense, Shane. I'm sorry, this is nonsense. And
how can we get from A to B at this point? I don't know. Just do it.
Yeah,
it'll be fine.
Yeah, it's funny. And why is this happening? So it wasn't. I kind of wish I hadn't rewatched it because it had such I had fond memories, and I was like, "There's nothing fond about this flick." But then there is still lots of great stuff in it as well. But yeah, it's not Shane Black at his prime. I think famously this script got bought for like a lot of money, and he was
a record
really
for a while. Yeah,
1.7 mil, I think.
And so then the fact I know it didn't do very well, and because because no one wants to see Bruce Willis playing that kind of character, and maybe for various other reasons. But I don't know. It's the best. It's got some great Shane Black stuff, but I think it's also got all the worst of his tropes in there, and so it's probably where it is in the canon of flicks is probably where it is. Like, people don't really chat about this movie anymore.
No.
And I can see why.
Good stuff. Over to you, Carl.
Rewatching for this was the second time I'd seen it. And both of those coming in the last sort of 6 weeks. very mixed. I'd have to say. I think I would have to say I'm ambivalent about this. And actually, as I was writing my notes, I was kind of winding myself up a little bit as well. I was like, "Oh, do I actually just not like this?" But no, very, very mixed. I'd have to say when I watched it as well, because in the context of going through Tony Scott's catalogue, I watched it and just kind of thought, "Oh, that's odd. That doesn't feel like the rest of his films." I mean, there's perhaps a reason for that, which we might talk about when we talk about Joel Silver. But yeah, it still fits into my very nebulous proper movie bucket. And I do really enjoy how much movies used to just commit to the bit and not be afraid of being over the top. Honestly, I do struggle a little bit with the buddy pairing at the heart of this. I didn't buy either what either of those were doing in their particular roles, nor did I think that they had any brilliant chemistry either. And I'm honestly fairly nonplussed by Shane Black in general, which we'll talk about a little more. But I suppose I'm a little bit like you, Si. I'm sort of not really sure what to make of it, really. That's my takeaway with it. I kind of watched it, it's a bit odd. So yeah, ambivalent, I'll say.
It's surprising, Carl, you say you didn't get on with the central pair at all. I think I'm amazed you're coming at ambivalent if that's the case, because I think if you're not connecting with them, there's going to be a lot less to get hold of.
But I can still sit down and look at the rest of it, like you guys called out some of the swimming pool bit is cool as fuck. The car going into the swimming pool, and then when Willis goes up and goes, "Wow, how could anyone survive that?" and then immediately fires off his gun, is just brilliant comic timing, you know. So there's all this sort of good stuff balancing it out, but. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't buy that other element of it, I have to say.
You don't get a sense that it's a Tony Scott film in comparison to his other stuff. It does feel a little bit anonymous. It's well made, but it feels kind of quite functional.
Yeah,
Tony Scott.
And I think maybe that'll come out when we discuss the production in more detail as to why that might be. All right, so let's move on to the production then. And should we start right where we've already alluded to in terms of the troubled production and the involvement of Joel Silver? So Joel Silver himself said that the making of this film was one of the 3 worst experiences in his life. Didn't tell me what the other 2 were. Annoying, by the way. Like, don't tell me it's the top 3 without giving me the other 2. Tony Scott also spoke about how miserable production was. Largely because Silver and Bruce Willis took over the production, altered parts of Black's script, made him shoot scenes he hated under the threat of being fired and having to forfeit his salary. Lots of behind-the-scenes arguments, lots of production problems. Warner Brothers brought in Stuart Baird to heavily re-edit the movie. And on top of that, Wayans and Willis hated each other. So quite amazing they made anything that was remotely watchable, to be honest. But yeah. Does that help explain why it doesn't feel like a Tony Scott film, do we think?
Yeah, I mean that does explain quite a lot. I'd love to know what they wanted to get reshot. I imagine Shane Black's script was even uglier than what we ended up with.
Well, yeah, so the ending, I don't want to talk all over plot because we're going to talk about that. They wanted to shoot a different ending, and Shane Black's original ending, I don't know what it is, but apparently was very much more in the noir sensibilities, because this essentially has a happy ending, which is bullshit. So there was that. It's interesting. I can't remember which one of you guys was it. It was said like about how nobody wanted to see Bruce Willis
like this
do his sort of. And actually, that's what Joel Silver and Bruce Willis, their motivations were. Bruce needs a hit because he's had a couple of turkeys, and we don't like the way the current script portrays him. So it's very important that we do this and do this and do this. And again, detail is a bit light on the ground as to exactly which bits they influence. But yeah, it seems like Silver and Willis were very much in the driving seat of this one.
But he's still so horrible in the movie. Like whatever changes he made, he's still like calls his wife tells her to fuck off, and he's horrible to his daughter. And I mean, maybe they've softened it a bit, but it's like, why bother? I mean, Bruce Willis he's a top guy for me, and so this doesn't make me think less of him. It's more like just that I feel like it's obviously a disappointment to everyone. Like it hasn't come off whatever they were trying to do.
Yeah.
You know?
So just a quick summary of what Shane Black's original script and how it was different. So his original included much more focus on the two main villains, Milo and Shelley Marcone. Milo, for example, was even nastier. He was a hitman for Marcone. He's also has a job as a director of snuff films in which men would kidnap women in very violent ways. There's also a scene in the script where he brutally kills an entire family who accidentally showed up near the place where a meeting between his and Baynard's men took place. And then other parts were changed, include that there was a big boat chase scene with Joe and Jimmy trying to escape from Milo and his men, chasing them through the fog until their boat and helicopter crash into each other. A shootout and fight scene between Joe and Marcone's men in Joe's house. Another shootout in Marcone's mansion at which Joe sneaks in after killing several guards. And Joe and Jimmy saving Joe's wife Sarah from being killed with a chainsaw in one of Milo's snuff films. Jesus. And a different final showdown between Joe and Milo, which took place outside Joe's office. And after he chases and tries to shoot Joe while on foot, Milo gets killed by Sarah, who shoots him with Joe's gun. So that was Bruce Willis needed to be the one that did the killing at the end, obviously, as well.
I don't want to side with Joel Silver and Bruce Willis.
That sounds like a different movie.
Yeah. The thing is with Milo didn't need to be made any more horrible. He was already. Yeah, he really was. Yeah. So I do kind of feel a little bit for Shane Black because obviously regardless of what we think about what he wanted to do, getting your script sort of taken away from you like that and losing the vision of what you had, I think it's quite difficult. I've got to say I wouldn't go as far as to say I dislike him, but certainly in this movie, the dialogue feels really engineered. It's not that there aren't some good lines in here, right? But every scene feels like every exchange between characters is reaching for a line. It's all very set up, punchline.
That's natural. It's not. It doesn't feel natural necessarily. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. And like I have other issues with the way he like layers plot. We talked about that in Nice Guys and all the rest of it. And it sounds like he just didn't get the chance to do that in this movie. Fine. But yeah, like I can't say that I absolutely love the writing in this film. It's not, there are some good lines, but actually, I'm pretty, Partridge shrug. That's what I want to do.
Like he has a key bit is Bruce Willis disarms henchmen with really shit comedy.
Jokes. That's a Shane Black thing, though, isn't it? That is a Shane Black thing, a recurring thing that he does.
But they're really shit jokes in this, and like I'm reading an Elmore Leonard book at the minute, I think from the late 70s, called Cat Chaser, and in that they've got if you have a sex with a fat woman, you roll her in flour to find the wet spot. That's in that book. And Shane Black has obviously just lifted that, and he's got that in this. Just lots of like shit masculine patter like that, and everyone laughs at it. And you're like, what? Who is getting distracted by this? Who's getting distracted by him with a puppet doing an impression of?
Yeah, it's so strange.
I quite like the puppet.
It's not that it doesn't work in isolation as a bit, right? Yeah. If you're going to go up and you're going to quote that to your friends and laugh about that bit, it's fine. But you've got to make it work in the film, and it's like, well, they haven't really bothered. They've just gone, well, we'll just put it in.
He turns up, and then like, oh, Milo, there's a kid here, and he's like, let the kid stay. Why? What are you talking about?
I would have just killed the kid.
And also, let's
just killed the kid.
Let's just stand around for ages. That sort of speaks to my Lethal Weapon issues as well.
What about some of the action then? I did like some of it. We talked about the opening scene with the football game.
Well, just on that one, let's jump in on that one, because obviously that is drenched in shadows. That's not right. That's not a good way of saying that. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
You drench something in shadows?
Sure. Why not?
But apparently it pissed it down when they were making this film. And then rather than delay Tony Scott, probably for reasons of like, just get me the fuck out of here, was like, no, let's push on and do it. But actually, this film has got loads of cool noir-like shots. Now, the whole football thing, the way they shoot that opening scene in the dark, tight angles, close to the ground, they're not going for big wide shots and everything, is very, very noir. It's brilliant. Anytime there's like an alleyway shot in this film is brilliant. You get headlights of cars. Again, the camera's often very low down. And you've got all these, the rain is coming down, the shadows, very, very cool. So I liked a lot of that stuff, of which, the football game is the sort of shining light, shining example of that. But there is some good stuff on that front.
Well, Bruce isn't on set that day. It's just Tony Scott.
Yeah.
I'm shooting the fuck out of this sequence, and it's fantastic. The production value of that game, the rain, it's really well done.
They got loads of extras in for that, for obviously for the crowd thing. But then they made a decision they were going to reshoot it, maybe because of all of the rain potentially. So they got the extras all back again on another day, but then changed their mind. And then as all the extras arrived, they just went, "No, we don't need you now," and "No, we're not going to pay you." And then they almost like rioted apparently, which is just great and maybe sums up the production of this film overall. What other action bits did you like? Swimming pool we've talked about in terms of not the blowjob one, the car down the cliff, landing in the pool, exploding. Very good.
I don't think there's enough action in this movie. They don't ever, because it's quite grounded. I think they want it to be a bit grounded, and it never quite amps up to a quality car chase or.
Yeah, there's a little car chase, isn't there? But not even. There is a little car chase. Isn't
little
on the
car
freeway.
Chase, it comes quite late in the day, and it's
it's more like there's quite a few showdowns with people, isn't there? So the first one is obviously Bruce Willis with his wife and the wardrobe, which I think Bruce Willis is very good in that scene. Mm-hmm. And obviously, like, he does his little bit of detective work and then goes from 0 to 10. He goes, "No, fuck your excuses. I'm just going to shoot the wardrobe." Well, I quite like that. That was very cool. But that, in lieu of like big action scenes, there's a lot of that where it's like, oh, now he's been captured by these people and he's got to crack some jokes about fat women to get his way out of this one. It's like, now they've got his daughter. So now they've got to, she's going to give him this thing or whatever.
But that's kind of how Kiss Kiss Bang Bang plays out as well. It's got the same amount of action really as maybe a little bit, a whiff more of Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Yeah.
Which does that have a snuff movie plot? What's the plot of that?
I get a coffee. I'm a big fan of Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, but I'm weirdly getting confused with Nice Guys because I watched them quite close together, and so I'm getting a little bit confused. Nice Guys has...
He's not a million miles away from snuff in that.
Yeah, I think doesn't Nice Guys have snuff, and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang has something else to do with that. I don't know. I need to rewatch it again. But I really like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang in terms of where Shane Black's writing comes in, and I really get on with it in that one. And I think it kind of shows in this one that it's not quite as strong. I think it's still... Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is still doing that thing which Carl said here, where the dialogue feels like it's all towards reaching for that line that he wanted to fit in. I think there's still an aspect of that, but it does feel a little bit more natural with the two people delivering them than maybe it does here.
Gozzers and Crow. I don't know what you thought about Nice Guys, but they deliver the dialogue really well in Nice Guys, and Kilmer and Downey Jr. do a good job in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang as well.
What do we make of the helicopter kill finish at the end? Talking stunts.
Ooh, good spatter like that.
Yeah, I like that too. You talked about showdowns, Carl. You had the one in the office, whatever it was, the bad guys' big office with the exploding shell in the fire, shredder shell.
It's the kind. It's one of them plastic ones, the kind that shreds.
What?
Yeah.
But then Wayne says afterwards, they meta unpack the one-liner, like, oh, what's that? It's like, oh, it's the best I could think of.
Yeah.
Anything else on production you guys want to talk about?
I don't think so, not from my point of view.
All right, let's move on to the plot then. The plot itself or story, I still don't know the difference. Carl's tried to explain it to me. I still don't know. That you've got the overarching conspiracy relating to sports gambling, and ultimately Joe needing to be framed for the murder of the senator guy.
Yeah.
I think that's a late edition add-on.
Yeah.
Just because they like, oh, we could just kill him, but they're like, oh, we need a reason to not kill you.
Yeah.
For the story, it's like, oh, actually, yeah, we'll make a decision as the baddies to frame you for the thing. Otherwise, there's no third act.
I mean, it's very much not a saving the world kind of plot, which I think is right. It would feel weird if it was bigger than that. But it is also just a little bit dull, the whole conspiracy thing, and the fact is. But then, is that quite noir in a way where it's like, actually, it's not a big, huge thing, but there's meant to be sort of layers, twists, and turns to it. I'm basing my entire noir knowledge off of Chinatown and Who Framed Roger Rabbit, so I'm not the best person to.
I don't think there's anything wrong with the central premise that. Well, one angle that's good that's completely underplayed is. If you legalize gambling, the mob is going to come after you.
Yeah,
and they don't do it. They don't really do anything with that. That's just a line that's just thrown in at some point.
Yeah, that would have that seed that earlier, and then you can have a whole separate section of a separate gang of antagonists who are working against each other, and that would be a noir.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with the central premise of. A bad guy, something's going down, and the point is our private detective gets pulled into it. That's usually what happens, right? Yeah. In a private detective gets pulled into it. There'll usually be some sort of woman for personal stakes involved, and it should end up quite bleak and unsatisfactory. Right?
Which this doesn't.
Yeah. Which is a rubbish ending. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think, to me, the failings with it are I just don't care enough about Bruce Willis and his character and the buddy side of that as well, by extension of that. So what he's fighting against is kind of neither here nor there. You could have made anything work if I'd have cared more about him, and I sort of don't. What do you think about Bruce Willis, right? Because I read some conflicting stuff on this. Some people love how he's playing this. I thought he was disappointingly flat. I thought he was so much better in Die Hard with a Vengeance, where he's playing similarly washed up cop, right? He's so much more colourful in that. And I know we're not talking about necessarily Bruce Willis as an actor, but like that, the way he's gone from a character point of view.
Adam, you'll go first.
I think sometimes he lands it in this flick, and I think you're right. Sometimes he doesn't. He's phenomenal with a Vengeance. He absolutely nails it, and you're right. Like he's a alcoholic burnout John McClane in that, and it's perfect. In this, I think again, let's blame the script. I'm not going to blame Willis because he really gets some of the one-liners off really well.
Yeah, he does.
But the film around him, probably the script's a mess. The production's a mess.
So. I like how he approaches it from the get-go. I understand the character, and I quite like the little bits that they drop in terms of his backstory to almost half explain how he's ended this way, as well as enabling you to believe that he's a real hard ass as well in terms of a Secret Service background, being able to kill someone with one punch. And it all links back to the title of the movie with being the last Boy Scout, that actually he's got this very strong moral compass there, which underpins that character. He's just very demoralized and cynical about it all, and it takes something to sort of pull him back in to make him a bit passionate about something and come round a bit. So
which is something he has in common with the Maltese Falcon, because what comes across in that is how principled Bogart is, how principled Sam Spade is. Even in the face of maybe you love me and maybe I love you. No. Principally, you've done a bad thing. You're going to have to go away. I'll feel terrible about it for a while. Sure, I'll get over it.
What about the introduction of the villain of the piece? And I don't mean Marcone or whatever his name is. I mean Milo here. His introduction, I think, is when you really start to pay proper attention. I think as a villain, he is pretty great on his own. I would have liked to see more of him.
Yeah, he's a good villain.
Yeah, excuse me, officer. There appear to be too many bullets in this gun. I don't know. That is either an amazing line or really shit. Sometimes
you can tell.
Depend what day you ask me. Like, I think when I watched it, I was like, no, that sucks.
But yeah, 1993. I'm going to say I quite like that one. Actually. That's good. I like that. Yeah.
But he's not I guess he's the henchman main villain. He's great. He's better than Marcone.
Yeah.
And he's horrible. There's a bit where he kind of puts a knife on Bruce Willis's face. It's like, what would you do if you do?
Yeah. Would you cut out his eye?
Yeah. I think there's just enough of him. I don't want to see his snuff business. Thank you very much.
No, he didn't need to be. He didn't need to be any more than he was. I thought he was, because he is only supposed to be a henchman.
Yeah,
right? You've got a big bad, and then you need a henchman to come in who should be pretty flat and two-dimensional, because it's not about him. And I thought he delivered. I thought he was pretty good. I would say he's a high point.
I think it's a testament to how bad the story is, and how much they would have given up, and maybe how much they rewrote in how they managed to kill off Marcone. They've given up at that point, and they just have Marcone pick up the bomb from the other car because he thinks it's the money. It's also it's the most economical thing you could do in a screenplay, but it's almost like you just want this film to end.
It's also laughing about it in the car park. Oh, he's picked up the wrong suitcase.
I know. But what I didn't like about this is just the payoff is too delayed as well. Like it would have worked better if it had all happened together, right? Where he thought he got the right suitcase, he opened it up and
blew up in the car
or
park.
We didn't necessarily know that was the wrong suitcase straight away. It could have been either one, and then it's revealed. Oh, right, it was that one. The fact that you saw him take it and about 10 minutes later, then you just show like this distant explosion. It's just like, all right, okay.
My second, after the tape bit, the thing that's always annoyed me is in the car sequence where they're trying to communicate to the Polish drivers. Damon Wayans writes bomb.
Yeah.
Does this man know how to spell? He spells it BOM for the purposes of a shit Shane Black joke. Because bomb means fuck you.
Does it though?
Does it? Like, well, I believe the movie because it says. Also,
do we have a Polish friend of the pod, Carl? I think
we do have a Polish friend of the pod. Yeah.
Are they Polish? Are they Hungarian?
They said Polish.
They said Polish in the thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say. It's a great line. It's great, but then as soon as you think about it, you go, "What? That doesn't make any sense." Also, why doesn't Damon Wayans know how to spell bomb? It's got a fucking B on the end, you dickhead.
You do, but so if that is true, how Shane Black came up with this as well? Because is he basically going like, "Oh right, what word? Any foreign language that we can pick doesn't," and then I'll work it back. So that word means that I need to make someone Polish.
Yeah,
so that makes some sort of sense. If it's just made up, then I don't know if I like it more or less. Actually, if he's just lied, I think I might like it more if he's just lied.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, that might be one for the retro to pick up. Go. All right. Anything else on plot, guys?
Well, my problem with Marcone, and I watched this with 3 friends, which is obviously a callback to our first episode, that we recorded together, because in fact it was only 2 friends. I only have 2 friends because I'm my best friend. But one of those friends, he's a real friend.
It's a real person, yeah.
It's a real person. He kept doing impressions of Marconi in Ace Ventura. So Marconi plays the Miami Dolphins team owner. So every time he was on screen, all my friend was doing is, I don't give a goddamn about that fish, and all the rest of it, and what have you. Which really undercut.
This guy just made a career out of being an NFL team owner.
Yeah. Fill it in fast food if you want to. Yeah, so yeah, there you go. It was quite amusing, but yeah, really, really undercut any tension in those scenes. Otherwise, he might have been quite a good villain. I don't know.
No,
I quite like how he's quite horrible, and the daughter's she's quite horrible initially, but then in that final bit where it's all going wrong and she becomes a scared little girl, she has one of the great lines where I think she calls him a greasy fuck or a fat fuck. Get away from me, you fat fuck. It really works. It's really jarring to her profanity because she's been a potty mouth throughout, but she's really upset at that point. And he's made some kind of leering, horrible suggestion to Bruce Willis's daughter. So I don't mind Marconi.
All right, you ready for a game, guys?
Yes.
Yes, good. I need some positive confirmation. So after an absolute ass-kicking in the last episode where Carl faced off against Reggie from Movie Postmortem, the score is currently Carl 5, Guests 5. So it is all tied. And as Adam is our first ever Mashflix guest and our first repeat guest, and this is the last Boy Scout, I could only go in one direction for my game and indeed my song. Oh, no, I can't press play. Oh, fucking phone. Jesus Christ. There we go. First, not last, but first repeat guest. And the cause of all our wet dreams. You're not Joe, he said no, before we could even ask, but you're the reason we did Mashflix, that's what you are. I know, Carl won, last time we played a game, there's no way he could win twice. Now can you wipe the floor? Bragging rights forevermore. Let's play the first, the last, and everything.
I think she got full on serenaded there.
There we go.
Lovely stuff.
So there you go. Not only you mentioned in the theme song, you also get pretty much your own song.
Your own song.
Yeah. So there you go. So this is quite a convoluted game, so just bear with me whilst I explain.
Point of order.
Yes.
In your lyrics.
Yeah.
You said Carl won last time we played the game. Which you then proceeded to rhyme with twice.
I didn't rhyme it. It just was the next line.
No, I know you didn't rhyme it. But if you just said there's no way Carl could win again instead of could win twice, that would rhyme with game.
That was the obvious choice, Carl, but I like to go in a different direction, you see. I like to keep people guessing.
You've Joel Silvered it. That's what you've done.
Exactly. So, quite a convoluted game. This is made up of 3 rounds. The first, the last, and everything. Okay. Round 1, the first, is a movie reveal game. I will gradually reveal information about a movie, and the first one to buzz in with their name, just to practice, you would say, Carl, what would you say?
Carl.
And Adam, you would say?
Adam.
Yep, so the first one to buzz in with their name and guess correctly wins the point. If you guess incorrectly, you are locked out of answering again until your opponent also answers incorrectly. So they can wait until hearing all the clues before having their guess. Now, this is the first, so all movie titles have first in them. This round is made up of 3 questions. Best out of 3 wins the round, and then we move on to the next. Adam, as you are the guest, we have 3 possible films with which to start from, 1, 2, or 3. Where would you like to start?
1.
Good call. Okay, so this movie was released in 2018. The genre is docudrama and biography. Supporting cast includes Claire Foy and Jason Clarke. It is directed by Damien Chazelle. And it stars Ryan
Adam.
Gosling. On Adam?
It's First Man.
It is First Man. Yes,
Docudrama.
Adam,
I was like,
that was through me, yeah.
Docudrama? Who describes it as that? Fucking
IMDb.
It's worse than Letterboxd.
dickhead. Fucking twats. Sorry.
Okay,
Yes.
Carl, you can pick 2 or 3 for the next one.
I'll go for number 2, please.
Okay, good call. Okay, this was released in 1982. The director is Ted Kotcheff.
Adam.
Go ahead.
First Blood.
It is First
Nice.
Blood. Do you get it off the year or off Kotcheff?
As soon as you said, I was like 82. Okay, it's gonna be.
Nice.
As soon as you said Kotch. Yes.
All right, good stuff. All right, that just leaves number 3. Although it's a dead rubber, we'll do it anyway for this first round. Released in 2004, it's a high-concept comedy or romantic comedy.
Adam.
Go ahead.
It's The First Wives Club.
No, you are locked out. So, Carl, you can listen to the rest of the clues if you so wish.
Yeah, go on, let's have
I had to do that. I was showboating. That's embarrassing. I thought, oh, yeah, come on, let's do it.
So, supporting actor Rob Schneider, directed by Peter Segal, stars Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore.
50 First Dates.
50 First Dates. He's on the board. Okay, so Adam wins round 1, 2-1. So we move on to round number 2, and this is called The Last. So also a movie reveal game. This time, the movie title involves Last. 3 questions. Best out of 3 wins the point. Let's test those buzzers out again.
Carl.
Adam.
Okay, Adam, 1, 2, or 3?
1.
Okay, released in 2003. Supporting actor Billy Connolly.
Oh, Carl.
Oh, go ahead.
The Last Samurai.
The Last Samurai.
Nice.
Well done, Carl. Nice.
I was like, I was thinking of that movie, Mrs. Brown. I was like, has that got Last in it?
Yeah, The Last
I just rewatched. I just watched for the
Mrs.
first time.
Last Brown.
Great.
Carl, 2 or 3?
2, please.
Okay. Released in 2021. Supporting actor Adam Driver.
Oh, Carl.
Go ahead.
Last Night in Soho?
No. So you are locked out
Adam
of this
Driver's not
one.
in that.
That is
There's a problem with that. Yeah.
So Adam, you get to listen to all of the clues, or you can buzz in.
Oh, I
whenever you
know.
want.
I know. For God's sake! Right? No, it's fine.
This is great. This is great.
It's fine. And Adam will 100% get this as well. By the way.
Okay. So
I know he's seen this.
Action epic and costume drama.
Yeah.
It has Ben Affleck, Jodie Comer.
Yeah. Adam.
Stars Matt Damon.
It's The
directed by
Last
Ridley
Duel.
The Last Duel. Come on, Carl. Oh,
I went too
Last
soon.
Night in Soho. You did, and also incorrectly
that
with
was 2021.
Yep, sure. Okay.
Adam Driver's
Adam
nowhere
Driver
to be
wasn't.
seen.
I recognise that Adam Driver wasn't in it. I recognise that's a problem.
See, I thought I was setting you up a little bit because I thought, oh, an Adam Driver recent-ish film, it might be The Last Jedi. People might come in with that one.
I wouldn't have got that. I'd have gone House of Gucci before that. Yeah.
Doesn't have last in it, but just okay, fine. Okay, that leaves number 3.
I must remember that bit.
No, we know The Last Jedi isn't number 3 now. Thanks, I was crossing
That would be
it.
embarrassing,
Yeah.
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, number 3 was released in 1989. It's an action adventure epic.
Oh, Carl.
Yes.
This has got to be, unless I've got my ears wrong, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
It is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, which is excellent because that levels things up. Carl wins that round.
What a buzz. I mean, not the game. The game's boring. I mean, Carl's buzzing. Sorry, that's horrible. That's a really good buzzing.
But the thing is now, I've got no idea. Like everything. Oh, no, hang on. No, it'll just be movies called everything. Never mind. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Well, that's what you think.
I mean, there's only like one of those, isn't there?
Yeah, so
if my
now
ears get me right.
This is where it gets interesting. Well, relatively. Round 3 is called Everything. So this is slightly different. This is not movie reveal. You are going to take it in turns, alternate, naming movies on a particular theme. The first one who can't come up with an answer loses, and the round is awarded to the last one standing. So I'll be lenient on the timings, but I'll start a countdown if it starts to drag on a little bit. Okay. The theme is Bruce Willis movies. Now, if Carl was listening earlier, Adam just listed off a load of Bruce Willis movies.
I didn't recognize a single one of them either.
Make sure you close that window on your browser. Okay, so we will go with Adam first. I do have the list of all of his filmography, so I'd have to do a bit of scrolling. So if I've not heard of the movie and I need to check, I will be doing that on that screen. So, Adam, away you go.
Let's go big ones. Die Hard.
Yes. Carl.
You got to go the big ones first, haven't you? Yeah, Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Okay, in going out of order, but I like it.
Die Hard 2.
Nice.
Just trying to throw him off his game,
Carl.
The Sixth Sense.
Yes. Adam.
A Good Day to Die Hard.
Yes.
Pulp Fiction.
Yes. Adam.
Blind Date.
Yes.
Ooh.
Carl.
Last Man Standing.
12 Monkeys.
Yes and yes.
Red.
Yep.
Surrogates.
Surrogates. I've not heard of that one. Yes. What the hell is that?
He plays. It's a sci-fi one. Mm-hmm. This is. Don't give Carl time to think. I'll tell you about Surrogates later.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to. If you don't give me the cue, I'm not going. I'm waiting. Red 2.
Red 2. Yes.
Bonfire of the Vanities.
Yes.
Sin City.
Yes.
What's it called?
Adam.
We haven't said Die Hard 4. Die Hard 4.
Specifically, isn't it Die Hard 4.0, I think, as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think Die Hard 4. Yeah, we'll accept that.
Yeah.
That's very good of you.
Looper.
Yeah, Looper. Yeah, good call. Yeah.
Great show. Color of Night.
Not one I'm familiar with. Give me a second. Yes, Color of Night. Yeah. 1994.
Saucy.
Carl?
Tears of the Sun.
You guys are doing very well.
1 hour later.
Just remembering what's being said as well. I'm starting to repeat myself in my mind.
Billy Bathgate.
That was one you said earlier.
That was one I said earlier.
Yeah, Billy Bathgate's there.
Billy Bathgate.
He played
16 Blocks.
Oh, nice one. Yes.
He's got a cracking moustache in that.
He does.
Moonrise Kingdom.
Good shout.
Lucky number 11.
Hudson Hawk.
There we go.
I was going to go for that one. Heart's War.
Yes.
I've got a very specific memory of the DVD cover of Heart's War for some reason.
Is it of him saluting with a giant face?
No, he's got a silly little hat on. It's like at a jaunty angle. He might be saluting as well.
Adam?
Oh, Unbreakable.
Yes.
All right, he's going that way. So I'll go Glass.
Yes, very good.
You are fucking dead to me, mate. We are no longer podcast brothers in arms. Oh, he's going that way, is he? Yes, you absolute fucker.
You see, I've got myself another 2 here.
Oh, that is outrageous.
All right, it's to you, Adam.
Oh, Death Becomes Her.
Yes.
The Siege.
The Siege. Now, is that going to be under T or S?
Should be under S.
Films.
Yeah,
Is it
there
Denzel
is.
in
Oh,
that
it's good
one?
Denzel, yeah. Also, there are 133 credits.
He's in so much.
He's in so much stuff that I've never heard of.
The Player plays himself in The Player. That counts.
He does, and he is in The Player. Yes, 1992.
Armageddon.
Yes, Armageddon. That was the big one that was missing. Armageddon.
Staring us in the face. Not me. I'd completely forgotten it. He plays a imaginary friend in a movie. North?
Oh, he's reaching for North. North, yes. He plays narrator.
The Jackal. He's got funny little specs on in that.
Yes. He does have funny little specs on.
He does.
He does. Appalling remake. Jack Black pops up in The Jackal.
He does. He's the one that makes the gun for him, isn't he?
Yeah, he gets his arm blown off.
Yeah.
I have to say, guys, you're doing very well. This has gone on for much longer. I thought the mental block would have hit a lot earlier.
2,000 years later.
Nobody's Fool.
Oh, Paul Newman. That was what I had that in my back pocket. I was like, he'll never be able to pull this one out.
My back pocket is as disgusting as yours, Carl.
Nobody's Fool is there. So, Carl, it's to you.
I really enjoyed Nobody's Fool as well. I watched that recently for the first time.
Never
It was on
seen
your
it.
Newman run.
It was on my Newman run. Mercury Rising.
Yes. That was Art Jeffries. 1998.
I thought I was out then. Just when I thought I was out.
I'll be kicking myself. Oh, fuck! Yes!
Oh, he's happy. He's happy.
The Fifth Element.
Fifth
Yeah,
Element.
that's it. That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
very good.
It's better than mine because I've got Look Who's Talking.
Yes, which means
Look Who's Talking to.
I don't really want to do this one because it's going to give Adam another one. But I'll go for it. I'll say The Whole 9 Yards.
Nice.
I loved it. I loved it. The Whole 10 Yards.
The Whole 10
I
Yards
said,
is there as well.
I'd have to know that exists, Carl. So give me some credit.
Yeah, well, that's good because I'd misremembered that as 9 yards more or something like that. So
I love that. They've made a sequel. There's no such thing as The Whole 10 Yards.
Yeah. So the whole point is that it's, but whatever.
Yeah, never mind. Green light. Let's get this bad boy out.
Over the Hedge.
I'm so impressed.
How many have we got? I think I've got a couple more, but I'm running very, very low. Yeah, but have we already said this one? No, this is what I'm panicking.
Oh,
now.
now we got memory. It's Adam now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
cool.
me.
Keep me.
Striking Distance.
Oh, bloody hell. It came from nowhere.
For fuck's sake.
And it's good. 1993. He plays Tom Hardy.
Sarah
Not that
Jessica Parker.
Yeah,
Is it?
okay. So, Sin City, A Dame to Die For.
Is he in that?
Do I give it to you? It's pretty close. Dame to Kill for. I think we can allow it.
Sin City 2 if you want, yeah.
Yeah.
He
is in that. It's Hartigan.
A Dame to Kill For, and it's A Dame to Die For.
Yeah.
Although I did say Die Hard 4, I'm not
just
Die Hard 4.0.
Yeah, 4.0. That's 2 words wrong.
He's got to be more.
Oh, I've got another one.
He's just piling the pressure on there, Adam. You hear that? He's just like, oh, yeah, I've got another one.
Yeah, I've got to try something. Fucking hell.
I think I'm out.
He's out.
I'm out.
All right. Well done, Carl.
I would have gone for Look Who's Talking 2.
I did that.
He said that.
We did.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I would have lost on that.
Yeah. Yeah, because we did Look Who's Talking. That was the easy follow-up.
Oh, I did, yeah. Fucking hell.
See, I told you that was going to be the likely way. But, Carl, you did win just about. That was, guys, I mean, you should both have won for that one. I mean, technically you can't, but Carl did win. But very, very good effort from both of you. We'll listen back and actually see how many of the 133 credits you named. I think you're definitely into the 40 range in there at least. But yeah, so I don't think there's no real
got the big ones, surely.
big ones that I think you missed out on.
Oh, I could have said Split because he pops up at
Split
the
was
end of
the
Split.
one when you went on the run of those films. Yeah, you missed out Split. That was one of them. The Expendables and Expendables 2.
4
That was the-
Rooms.
He isn't credited in those though.
He is as Mr. Church. Uncredited in the first one, but the second one he's credited.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he pops up in 4 Rooms. I should have got that.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't have got that.
The
Death Wish.
Yes.
No, I wouldn't have got that.
Good stuff. Well done. That worked out very well. Great effort. Carl is now in the lead, 6-5. We move to round 12 next month. Right. Should we talk cast? Not that we haven't already talked cast, but let's talk cast a bit more.
Love to talk cast.
Well, let's start with Bruce Willis himself. We've just named every bloody film he's ever been in. He plays Joe Hallenbach. Anything you want to comment on, Carl?
Well, I do think he is decent, and there are moments of this movie that I like, and he is central to those. I did find him a bit flat when I think of how great he is in Die Hard with a Vengeance, as I said. But then maybe that would be too colourful for that sort of noir vibe that they're going for. I don't know. His biggest crime, I think, is the no chemistry with Wayans. I didn't feel that at all. And you can blame Wright and you can blame the other guy. I don't know. That holds him back. Otherwise, yeah, he's Bruce, isn't he?
I think thoughts on Bruce?
Well, yeah, by all accounts, like if he doesn't like someone or like something, he does. I think he does let it affect the work. And I think that's probably the big shame about Bruce. I love him. He's fantastic in so much stuff. He can turn it on. And so when he doesn't, you're like, oh, come on, turn it on. And I think, yeah, there is some flatness here. And I think also just some crummy lines. And you can sort of sense his heart's not in them. But then there's some great lines. And he knocks them out of the park. Yeah. It needs more moments where he says to someone, touch me again, I'll kill you, and then smashes their nose through their skull.
Yeah, that was really cool.
It's just a couple more of those, and
I mean, I will defend him a bit more here, because I think his drier, more depressed, washed out John McClane version here, with some noir sensibilities, I think it worked. I think his delivery of the lines, not all the lines hit, as we said, but the delivery of the lines he delivers them well. And I do like the central pairing, in spite of their difficulties. I don't think it necessarily really detracts from that central pairing. I think they're good enough to hold the film together largely. But is there anyone else who could do it? Did you have anyone to recast, Carl?
Not as sort of exhausted as Willis plays it. The person I've picked would definitely have brought more colour. Mm-hmm. Oh, actually, no, I have got a second name, which might have worked. So the first name I've got, thinking about early 90s, commanding a movie, like carrying a movie like this, but bringing some personality is Kurt Russell.
Yeah. Bringing out the Kurt Russell card again. I like it.
Yeah, bring out the Kurt Russell card. Yeah.
Kurt Russell's not got the darkness for this.
No, I do agree with that. I mean, yeah.
That's where I was struggling with. I had Kurt Russell down, but I was just like, I can see him in parts of it, but
which then brings me on to the other name I had. Another movie the Needle favourite is Nick Nolte.
He's almost too horrible.
Yeah,
he's got no light.
The other way.
Yeah. You wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't buy him as the Boy Scout, almost, would you? That's the.
Yeah, it was like.
Yeah, not quite to the same degree. Yeah. No.
We just called it The Last Cunt instead, and then you can play that. That's fine.
If Eddie Murphy was a better actor, but yeah, I can't see Eddie Murphy. He's got he'd be funny, but he wouldn't be.
Well, Hollywood would cast Eddie Murphy as Jimmy Dix
because
he's black. We need a loud person to offset Bruce Willis's down. Oh well, Eddie Murphy.
That would be an interesting way to go there. Reverse that. You have Eddie Murphy as you say, if he was a bit of a better actor, have him opposite a Keanu Reeves failed NFL quarterback or something.
Yeah, I mean, they rewrote Beverly Hills Cop for him, to star in, which was, was going to be a Sly flick. So, they suddenly get Eddie Murphy sniffing around. Although when this was made, I can't imagine that Eddie Murphy, he wasn't Beverly Hills big. Beverly Hills Cop big.
Yeah. Well, Damon Wayans as Jimmy Dick. He is good. I just about buy him as an NFL athlete. He's
not quite big. He hasn't quite got the frame for it. Does he?
No, he's quite slender. You do get, you have some quarterbacks that are not quite built, such a bit of a mobile kind of guy, I guess. He's got decent comedy timing. It's not brilliant. And I think the chemistry is good enough with Willis, even if they didn't get on. What did you make of Wayans?
I can imagine Bruce Willis not liking Damon Wayans because Damon Wayans thought he was the star of the film.
Yeah.
And Bruce Willis be like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Film,
man. I remember around the same time, there's a film. Wayans is the star of this flick called Mo Money, which we saw. We rented loads from Blockbuster at the time. This kind of shitty kind of like him and his brother. They're these dickhead hustlers. I've watched that film far too many times, and so I don't know. The Wayans guys they're in loads of good stuff, but then also loads of shit stuff. Like they do, like the Scary Movie stuff is rubbish, but then Marlon Wayans is in Requiem for a Dream and is amazing.
Is he in Requiem for a Dream?
Yeah, he's the.
I was about to say I don't think I've seen him in anything else, but I've definitely seen Requiem for a Dream, so I have seen him in that.
And so, but yeah, they you would have thought Damon Wayans in this maybe makes him a star. It's like it doesn't make him a star. He kind of goes and is in telly and stuff. Maybe there's other stuff going on there, but yeah, he's fine. And they give him they dead kid him. They
do dead kid him. Yeah, we didn't talk about that. We talked about the backstory of Bruce Willis, but they did the dead kid thing.
This has happened before. I talked about it, but you often don't remember the things I say to you.
What did you say about the dead kid?
That was their moment. That was one of the only moments where they get some character development. That's when they're sat around in his apartment and he gets to spill the root of his trauma, and that's the only time.
But you didn't use the words dead kid, Carl.
I didn't explicitly say dead kid. It was unreasonable of me to expect you to listen to what I'm saying, process it, and then apply that.
I need the visuals. Dead kid.
Yeah.
Recasting, though? Wesley Snipes?
I was just going to say Wesley Snipes. He was big at that time, wasn't he?
And of course, is black. So we have to go with it. That's the rules.
Yeah.
We don't make them.
Especially if you loop it in the football thing. Martin Lawrence would be another one.
Was Martin Lawrence?
I don't want Martin Lawrence anywhere near this.
No, I don't want Martin Lawrence near anything. But I think he might have.
No, you recast. You switch it. You go give Denzel Washington plays the lead, and then anyone else.
See, Denzel would be great in the lead as this, and then who'd you have as you wisecracking now white guy?
Who's chunky and funny in the 90s? I guess Jim Carrey. It's too early for Jim Carrey, and not quite right.
He could be a realistic quarterback.
We just changed the sport. Why does it have to be fucking football?
No, these challenges are insurmountable. If it's not plug and play, it doesn't matter.
What sport would Jim Carrey realistically be able to play?
Darts.
10 pin bowling. That's it.
and then we've just got Kingpin.
Yeah.
Is Bill Murray around? No, that won't work. Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, Woody Harrelson, unironically.
Wouldn't actually be a bad shout.
With Denzel would actually probably be quite a fun pairing.
Yeah, I'd go and see that flick.
I quite like that. Okay, well, let's move to our final section, Mashflix and Chill. So based on what we've talked about today, are we happy with the proposed mashup? Why does it work? Why doesn't it? And are there any alternatives that we've thought of that we would prefer to have on the Filmily tree?
I mean, it does work. I think there are better ones, but
Ooh.
I mean, partly picking these were like, oh yeah, I'd like to watch these all three. Turned out I was wrong. I didn't want to watch any of them.
One day, Adam, you can come on and we can discuss a film you actually like.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, Maltese Falcon. It's got the noir, and there was so many like direct story lifts that like slotted it exactly over to the Last Boy Scout. You know, the partner thing. Sorry, the Bogart,
the wife,
the wife, and that whole gubbins like lifting perfectly. Like that's a real neat match. And then how jaded. Actually, no, yeah, Bogart. The character doesn't quite match, but like I think Shane Black is trying to invert and play with those kinds of things. So the characters don't quite match, but that lands. And then I think Lethal Weapon 2 is more of a stretch, but it was just trying to get it's got the buddies and it's got the Shane Black DNA. But then the clunky stuff that doesn't work in Lethal Weapon 2 is the same clunky stuff that doesn't work in The Last Boy Scout.
It is, yeah, bizarrely. Like Lethal Weapon, which has gone as an option. You talk about how jaded Bruce Willis is. Well, that's actually kind of where Riggs was at the start.
Yeah.
Like he's very nihilistic, right? We can't have that. It's gone. But you're right. Actually, so clunky is Lethal Weapon 2, and it shows up here. In a way, it's a better shout. The other film I thought of that you can feed in, and I don't know how you fit this in, which one you'd chop out, or whether you'd need to get another one to pair with this, is Against All Odds. I know you haven't seen Against All Odds, Simon. Have you seen that, Adam?
Is that Tony Scott?
It's not a Tony Scott. It is Jeff Bridges and James Woods. And Jeff Bridges is an ex-footballer, and it's about LA corruption in the football scene. And Jeff Bridges ends up turning basically into a PI. And it's got a lot more of the themes that are in Last Boy Scout, but less of the genre.
Apart from Against All Odds, is there anything else that you think that was?
I couldn't come up with anything that feeds into this better than what we've already got, to be honest with you.
The one I'm going to suggest is The Long Goodbye, but that is more for the replacement of the Maltese Falcon, I guess. So it's not replacing Lethal Weapon 2. I don't know what would replace that. I kind of think Lethal Weapon 2 does kind of fit from that side.
I've not seen it. Long Goodbye's been on my list for quite a while. And when I was Googling noir films,
yeah, precisely,
it comes up a lot.
It does. It comes up. I saw it when I was 20 or so. Like again, like I'm doing my homework as a budding cineast. Like, oh, this is the thing you've got to see. It's Robert Altman. It's not. I don't recall it being a fun watch. It's Altman-esque. Of course it is, because it's Robert Altman. It's quite loosey-goosey. He's not really interested in the whole kind of plot of it. It doesn't really matter to him. It's just like Elliot Gould. There's gubbins going on, and I don't think it's almost like, I guess in a way he's kind of deconstructing it, but he's also not really paying attention to it. It's kind of almost like, I guess, that what maybe PTA was doing with, and I like to call him PTA, with Inherent Vice.
Sure.
Take the aesthetics and the fun of like a noir but just do it in their particular style. I should rewatch it as a grown up now, but yeah, I don't know. It was never. It's like it's the noir that like cineasts love to lob in, like, because it's Altman, it's modern and it's 70s, so they get points. You get points for saying I've seen The Long Goodbye. It's in my Criterion collection.
Oh, I'm just about to start a Criterion collection. I can't wait. You think I'm a wanker now? Jesus Christ! Just give it a couple of years.
Well, you're going to start. You're going to start. You're going to go from A to Z. You're going to work. How are you going to?
No. It'll just be, whatever's cheap on eBay. No, I don't know. The Google synopsis for The Long Goodbye is Philip Marlowe, a private detective, gives his friend Terry a ride to Mexico. However, he returns to find himself in the middle of a murder mystery where he is accused of being an accomplice, which, by the way, sounds a lot like that Jeff Bridges one I just said, which I can't even remember the name of.
Against All Odds.
Against All Odds. So there's some mashup potential there. Not for this film, but, other stuff.
I thought you were saying, sorry, Against All Odds, Carl hasn't
Against All Odds.
Against All Odds, Carl hasn't remembered the bloody film he just said 5 minutes ago. Oh, what a surprise.
I thought
you smashed me at the Bruce Willis game. I'm angry. I'm coming for you. Any possibility of needling you, I will take it.
And you should. So I'm kind of concluding here that we haven't really got anything better.
No.
I nailed it, guys. I nailed it. That's what you're trying to say. I think don't bury the headline. You nailed it, Adam. Well done.
I think it's a great bash. I do think it was a great bash.
Yeah, no, you did smash it. It's a good mash. I like it.
So this mash doesn't fit into our existing filmily tree, I don't think, Carl. I don't think there's anywhere it necessarily fits in, but that means it is the sapling, it is the starting point, the seed of potentially another branch or a trunk, as you will. Is there another movie that you would pair with The Last Boy Scout to make something else? What DNA does The Last Boy Scout bring that you could pair with something else to make a resultant film? I haven't got anything, by the way. I just a complete blank when I was trying to think of it this way.
It's always nice to get as far away as possible from the two mashers.
Yeah.
This is where Adam's good at this game.
So you take American football. Maybe you take American football.
Yeah,
from The Last Boy Scout.
I feel like we're heading towards Ace Ventura here.
I feel like we are as well.
Although, yeah.
We just need then you need something right, so
and you've already got Marcone feeding into it. So
like the
exactly
jerk.
right.
You take The Last Boy Scout and the Jerk and you get Ace Ventura.
Yeah. It's great.
I like that. Ace Ventura, Last Boy Scout equals The Jerk, Last Boy Scout equals Ace Ventura. Right, we've got a start of a new tree. We're happy with the mashup. Thank you, Adam, for joining. It has been fun. And the big question is, will you be back for a trilogy? And by the way, if you say no, we'll just cut this up.
A trilogy?
Yeah.
We have to do a trilogy.
Not a trilogy of films.
Do the Alien trilogy? Yes. Sign me up.
But there's 7 of those films.
Surely it's called the Aliens trilogy.
Oh, yes, there we go. So this is... Adam, if you're not familiar with Carl's thing, so we had.
It's not my thing. It's not my thing. The fucking Dark Knight started it.
Yeah, so I said the Dark Knight trilogy once. He was like, "Well, it's not the Dark Knight trilogy. It's the Batman trilogy, or Batman Begins trilogy, because that's the first film that starts the trilogy." And so now he calls everything the Empire Strikes Back trilogy.
Now my favourite trilogy is the Godfather Part 2 trilogy. Fine, I'll play by those rules if they are the rules.
I'm having that. If someone asks me where I got it, I'll say my podcast pal Carl.
Yeah.
But if they don't, I'm just going to pretend it's mine.
I came up with that. I like the Godfather Part 2 trilogy. Yeah.
That's really good. Yes, the Aliens.
So will you be back for a third Mashflix, Adam? We'll give you a bit of a rest first to let you recover.
Well, you did want me to, but you did say it could be a movie that I actually like.
Yeah, well, we to be fair, we did give you quite a lot of free reign with this one, and you still picked a movie you didn't necessarily like very much. So, some of it's down to you.
It felt like a kind of important, like we had to decide it over a WhatsApp, and I was like,
there was no pressure. That's self-imposed.
Next time I'll start. How do you work what do you reckon the best way to do it is? Is it to work towards the movie you really, really want to watch backwards?
Yeah, I think you've got to do that. Yeah, I think you've got to do that.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like it was easier than I thought it was.
That's right.
Yes, the answer is yes. I'll be back for a
Yes,
trilogy.
excellent.
Can't wait to discuss Emmanuel.
In space. Adam, is there anything you would like to tell the good people about what you have coming up, where they can find you, or anything that you want them to join, such as the Discord channel?
I guess first off, find the podcast, Movies You Forgot podcast. That's on iTunes and Spotify. And then if you listen to that, in the show notes, you can find our Discord link. I'm on Instagram at Error of Ways. There we go. There's little bits of my stand-up on there, and I do some collages as well, and post silly stories. And then other than that, I don't know. That's all I'm doing really.
That's enough. It's enough. It's good. I do encourage you to check it out. It is, full disclosure, Adam, first time we had you on the show, I'd listened to some of your podcast episodes, but Carl was the real listener. Since then, I've basically listened to every single episode and have become a regular listener. So, thanks for that. I've got to fit you into that rotation now, as well as all the other ones that I've committed to as well. But it's fantastic. Listen with you and Joe. So do encourage people to listen to that. So thank you again, Adam. We will be back next month, 8th of July, as we are joined by the creator and founder of the Hall of Film, Morgan, for another Mashflix and Chill. That should be a fun one. It's going to be Nolan related to coincide with the release of The Odyssey. You can also find all our previous Movie the Needle classic monthly retro episodes on our feed, released every 1st, 8th, 15th and 22nd of the month. Like, follow, and all that stuff on whichever social channels you go on. Next week, we celebrate the Soccer World Cup, starting in the US of A, and dissect why in our minds is an absolute classic with Team America well policed. Fuck yeah. Thank you to Adam, and goodbye.
It is hybrids, a game from Carl's mind. Thinking about what if two movies combined? We could stitch them together in pyramid style, or a filmily tree set side with a smile. We still do the scale, all 5 points we've got, and unveil the ale. Only Carl drinks the lot. A man called Adam said, hey, this looks good, so we made it a podcast as quick as